Hi everyone, Kate Silburn here with Rocky Mountain Elder Law, and I'm here to talk about who handles a trust after someone dies. Sometimes the person who died was the trustee as well as the settlor, and that just means the person who created the trust as well as the trustee. But generally speaking, a trustee is the person who manages trust. Hopefully that person named what's called a successor trustee to handle the trust and the trust assets after the initial trustee passed away. This is a very important thing to note, so that when someone passes, the successor trustee is notified properly and assumes the office of trustee. These are not easy questions and certainly not meant to confuse people, but it's important to note that most trusts have an initial trustee and have a successor trustee. Sometimes the successor trustee is not an individual, but a bank or a trust company or a professional fiduciary. So we want to make note of all those things and make sure that the successor trustee is promptly notified of the death and can corral and marshal the assets of the trust and prepare for either distribution or management of what's called a subtrust, a trust that might be created within the trust once the initial trustee dies. So sometimes it's a marital trust, sometimes it's a trust, a sub-trust for children or grandchildren, but we want to promptly notify that successor trustee. Many people assume that the attorney who created the trust is the trustee. That is not the case. Most attorneys are but drafters, and they simply create the document, but it is other persons or entities who will manage the trust.